What is up, gang? I got some viable trade options that are not only cheap but affordable for the Yankees. So let's get into this right now. All right, gang, what's going on? So let's talk about some viable, affordable trade options for the Yankees. Um, there, there have been lots of speculation on it, but before we get into that, if you could hit that like, subscribe, and bell icon buttons, that'd be greatly appreciated. It's very helpful for the channel. It gives me great feedback on what you think of the content, as well as I don't want you to miss out on anything that comes out. So let us get into this. So first trade option that I've got would be Kyle Harrison. I've been talking about Kyle Harrison for a while. He would be a very viable trade option. He comes on the cheap. And the one thing that I like about him is he's a lefty. And lefties come at a premium. We all know this. So that would be a viable trade option. Now, what you would have to give up is a whole different story. Giving up pieces, you would have to figure out, but you could center a package around Everson Pereira and Oswaldo Cabrera. Pereira is blocked. Oswaldo Cabrera is up in the majors, but he's not really the one that would start for us unless we were trying to give guys a day off. So those two you could package him around. So that's two pieces that you could package around him. Plus, you could also give up Ron Marinaccio. As much as I wouldn't want to do so, they do need a reliever. So I want to give Jason of 161 River Ave credit for this because he brought this up as well. So that would be a couple guys to give up. Now, mind you, Kyle Harrison is 22, so he's going into his pre-arb stage and arbitration stage. And he will not be a free agent until 2030, so keep that in mind. Also, we have Garrett Crochet, another one. So Garrett Crochet would be a free agent, I think, in 4 years or 3 years. It's one of those. I'll find that out for you, but that would be another viable option. Garrett Crochet, you would probably have to give up Pereira, which I'd be okay with. And one other person. I mean, it could be anybody. I mean, it could be a Tyler Hartman, but I think Tyler Hartman got surgery because I think he's hurt. So that would be another viable option. So we're not trying to give up the farm. So that is something to think about. Giving up the farm is not something you want to do. So, especially if you're trying to keep the future of this team. So that's something to think about as well. So Garrett Crochet would be very affordable on his own. I know we were talking about him and Dylan Cease, but that's going to cost you a lot more, and I'm not giving up Spencer Jones for that. Garrett Crochet is a free agent at 2027. So that's another viable option. David Bednar is another one that we've been talking about. So David Bednar would be a person to think about as well, because David Bednar, you wouldn't have to give up much. You probably give up, I mean, Pereira would probably be packaged in that deal. Then again, do they really need an outfielder? I think that it wouldn't hurt to give them an outfielder. So you can give them Pereira, and let's see, you could, out of our prospects, you could probably give them maybe an Anthony Hall or a Ben Rice or an Augustin Ramirez. So those are 2 or 3 other guys that you could put into that, but you wouldn't all put them in at once. So it's just something to think about. And there's one more viable option that I want to talk about, and that would be an Andres Munoz. I know it's probably not going to happen, but he would be very viable. He He's young. He's not a free agent until 26. Plus, he has 2 team options for 27 and 28. So that gives you, that controllable years, which is what we love about getting players, is if they have controllable years. So that's one option to think about as well. So Andres Munoz, in a deal for him, I'd give up Pereira. You could give him Torres if you needed to, but I wouldn't go too much deeper or further into that. They do have needs, so do we. So those are some viable options that we can give or get. They are cheaper to get alone rather than in a package deal with another player, like a Clase and Bieber or Williams and Burns. We've talked about the Burns and Williams situation. We've talked about the Bieber Clase situation, but I'm not looking to give up the farm. I want to keep some of this future, but I want to get the guys who are blocked a chance to go out there and play. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Until next time, have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.